Hello there, I'm Dr. Delane. I'm a board certified and consultant family physician. I am made in Nigeria. Today happens to be the celebration of the World Family Doctors Day, and I'm excited about it. Why am I excited about it? That is because the theme for this year's World Family Doctors Day celebration is Healthy Planet, Healthy People. So who is a family physician? A family physician is a board certified and consultant physician who takes care of the following. The family physician carries out the comprehensive care, coordinated care, and continuous care of a patient who is a member of a family. This usually happens within the context of a community. And the family physician takes care of the patient in all of this, irrespective of the patient's age, irrespective of the patient's gender, and irrespective of the patient's disease condition. So family physicians do a lot. Family physicians serve as the first port of call when a patient shows up at the hospital. In fact, family physicians are the gatekeepers. They basically serve as the healthcare gatekeepers into the hospital. A patient is a member of the community, and the community is a member of the larger community, being the planet. And so a healthy planet, healthy people being our theme for this year's World Family Doctors Day celebration also means that when the planet is healthy, the people are healthy. If the planet is unhealthy, the people will be unhealthy. If the planet is toxic, the people too will be unhealthy. In fact, there's an interconnectivity from the cell to the systems, to the human beings, to the environment in which they live in, and to the planet at large. We are all connected. We are all interconnected. All of this is geared towards informing people about climate change. So what is climate change? Why climate change? What's it about climate change? What is it got to do with climate change? Now, climate change is seen basically in the rising temperatures again and again. Once one looks into the news, into the social media, reports and news of devastations, of folks fainting, falling ill, collapsing because of heat waves, increasing, rising, unbearable rise in temperatures, people suffering from a lot of heat diseases, heat conditions, heat strokes, etc. All of these are part of the manifestations of climate change. Other things include increases in extreme weather events. Again, in the news, we find rising stories of floods, lots of flooding, and devastations that follow this flooding. Destruction of homes, destruction of properties, destruction of places of work. All of this is due to increases in climate change. Some other things also include escalating infectious diseases. For example, you find out that water bodies could become infected, even water in the homes could become contaminated, and all of this could lead to a rise in infectious diseases. Because of all of this, we find out that there's a rise in vector-borne diseases like malaria. In fact, we could also find out that other diseases like Lassa fever are on the rise. I suffered the loss of a couple of colleagues from Lassa fever since all of this began in this year. There's a lot of food insecurity. How does climate change contribute to food insecurity? This is because with the increasing changes in the weather, we find that it's not raining as it used to. And we have longer, drier seasons, longer, hotter seasons as compared to rainy seasons and the wet seasons. So the farmer who depends on rainfall will have some acute shortage. First of all, a delay in the planting season beginning because it's waiting for the natural rain to fall. And eventually what happens is that there will be reduced agricultural produce, reduced agricultural output from these farmers. This is one of the ways in which climate change contributes to food insecurity. Other things also include water shortage. There'll be no water or there'll be contaminated water. This also contributes to poor sanitation. It also contributes to poor hygiene. And finally, even though all of this is not exhaustive, we find increase in mental health disorders, increase in mental health issues. And so a particular person who's had to suffer loss, to suffer displacement from flood, to suffer a loss of living from floods, will be stressed. That person could eventually develop depression, or could develop anxiety, or could even develop post-traumatic stress disorders. So all of these are interconnected with climate change, and this is how climate change will affect the health of our patients. Family physicians are at the front line of healthcare, and we witness all of these changes and all of this impact that climate change brings to our patients. Today, I am here to stop this, and you are also here to stop this, because you and I are going to save this planet. How does that work? A healthy planet starts with you and I. We can both contribute, work hand in hand to improve our planet. First things first, you need to understand the energy consumption of your home by carrying out an energy audit. Why would you say? Climate change is not just some vague phenomenon. It is not a spirit that came to manifest on the surface of the earth. No, climate change is as a result of emission of greenhouse gases. What are greenhouse gases? And how does this contribute to climate change? When greenhouse gases are emitted, it serves to increase the temperatures of the planet. All of this begin the cascade of events that eventually manifest as the impact of climate change. When you've done an energy audit, it is important to begin to install measures to improve the efficiency of the energy in your home. Sometimes these gaseous emissions of greenhouse gases are from things like burning, combustion, etc. So you've done the audit, the energy audit of the home, that's fine. You also need to begin to think food consumption. It's important to begin to consume locally grown produce. That helps to reduce gaseous emission, because the energy it takes to transport food from other parts of the world to one's own country, all of that contributes to gaseous emission into the atmosphere. Okay? Other things one needs to do is reduce water wastage. For many of us who have our source of water as the borehole, you find out that the person's tank at home could last for 1 week. You could actually stretch that water tank to beyond 1 week by reducing the wastage of water. You could recycle water and also plug the leakages of water in the home. It is important to begin to think about planting trees. For example, I was able to plant 2 aloe vera plants. They are doing well, they are alive and well, and I'm so excited about it. Other things you need to do is begin to think recycle. One needs to begin to think recycle, recycle, recycle. It is not everything that needs to be burned. It's not everything that needs to be destroyed or thrown away. Sometimes when you need something and you have an item that you want to dispose, it could actually be remade or modified into that item that is needed. This saves costs and this prevents wastage. It also prevents items from being thrown into the wrong places. For example, when it comes to waste disposal, what I do is I divide my waste. I divide into organic and inorganic. I've still been trying to figure out how to make use of my organic waste. But for my inorganic waste, I subscribe to an eco-friendly app. What they come to do is, once it's about time, they come, they get all my inorganic waste, they weigh it, and they pay me. Sometimes they credit my app, and I get a voucher to go shopping in a particular store, etc. So all of these things help to save and preserve the earth. It helps to reduce the carbon footprint in my environment. You can begin to think about moving from paper to digital, reduce the amount of paper and then go digital. Everything I'm talking about is not cold turkey. You will actually have to introduce a change system in your mindset and begin to gradually take steps to progress towards that end point. So begin to think about switching from paper to digital. Other things also include using clean energy in the home. For example, transiting from the use of firewood because of all of the gaseous emission when firewood is burnt, right, to cleaner forms of energy. Things like the use of electrical energy, things like the use of, liquefied natural gas. This could also contribute to improving the planet. You can also avoid burning. Avoid all forms of burning. Avoid burning your food. Avoid burning items. Even cigarette smoking contributes to gaseous emission of greenhouse gases that contributes to the heating up of the planet and the environment. Avoid the use of items like lanterns, candles, burning of matchstick. You can actually switch burning of matchstick, especially if you use a gas cooker. There are other options for turning on your gas cooker. Some gas cookers come with an automatic lighter, or in other cases, you just use a gas lighter to light your gas, as opposed to burning a matchstick. And then there's this traditional lamp. It's called the traditional lamp in English language, but in my mother tongue, it's called mpanaka. Mpanaka. Let me know what it is in your own mother tongue. Just drop that in the comment section. All of these things I just mentioned serve to increase combustion, increase burning, increase the emission of gaseous substances, at least the greenhouse gases, into the environment, and all of this contributes to climate change. Other things you can do in the house include switching power source from electricity to solar. There's a lot of sunlight in this country, and we can harness the solar power. We can also switch from energy demanding appliances and equipment to more energy efficient appliances easily. The use of solar freezer has begun to trend. Freezers that are powered by solar energy are also beautiful, as opposed to consuming direct electricity. LED lighting bulb can be used. It is encouraged that one switch from the traditional light bulbs to LED lighting bulbs, because these are energy efficient and they save energy consumption. The house can also be insulated. These days, there are a lot of clay brick designs. Clay bricks are designed with good tensile strength and can be used to build houses. Once it's used to build a house, the house is relatively cool. This also means that there will be less power that will be used in cooling that house. Other things also include harvesting rainwater, and also with respect to transport, there are different things that are in the pipeline. Apart from the family-friendly and lifestyle practices that include walking, using a bicycle, this will promote the health of one. You also find out that there are electrical cars these days, and then there are hybrid cars these days. I'm still in the process of trying to figure out how to convert my petrol-powered car engine into liquefied natural gas powered car engine. So all of these measures that I talked about are quite easy, simple steps that you can begin to consider to improve the energy consumption in your home and make your home more energy sufficient. It's important that you and I do all we can to do to reduce the gaseous emissions, to reduce the greenhouse gases that are emitted from our homes and in our individual and daily actions. Because you know what? Once the planet becomes unhealthy, there's no escape. We are stuck here. There's nowhere else we can escape to. And as long as you and I are here, God willing, you will be healthy, I will be healthy, and we will contribute to building a healthy planet. We cannot do it all by ourselves, but it takes one step consistently over a period of time to actually achieve that change. I hope you learned one or two things from this video. I am Dr. Delim. If you did learn one or two things from this video, I'd like you to share this video with your friends and with your loved ones. And I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.